In the previous video, we have already learned the skeleton of a C++ program. Now here in this video, we will learn how to write a program. So we'll learn the steps for writing basic programs. So we'll be writing a lot of programs by following these steps. So what are the steps? Let us learn. See, every program will have three elements. One is, it will take some input, then it will process, then it will give the output. So what is this? See, suppose I am a program. I know how to add two numbers and you are user of a program. Imagine this, right? Always you have to keep this scenario in your mind. Now, you want to use the program. You want me to add two numbers. Then I should know two numbers. First of all, you give two numbers. Then I will add them. Then I will give you the output. That's it. So from my side, if you see, I am taking input, then processing and giving you the output. Now let us take another example. Suppose I am a program for finding the area of a rectangle. And you are the user, you want me to find the area. So for that, I should know length and breadth. So let us see how I should work. First of all, I should ask you what is the length and what is the breadth. You will give me length and breadth. I will take and multiply them, or whatever the formula is, I will process and I will get the result. Then I will give you the output. Area is so and so. So you are user, I am the program. So now when you are thinking of writing a program, keep yourself at a place of program, and other people who are going to use, they are users, right? So stand on the side of a program and imagine. So now let us see how we can follow these steps for writing a simple program for adding two numbers. So first of all, I will draw a flow chart for this one. Then I will write a algorithm using pseudocode. Then I will write down a C++ program for adding two numbers. So let us draw a flow chart. So here I will draw a flow chart for adding two numbers. So what are the things we have to do? Let us learn. See, first of all, a starting point of a flow chart, that is start. Then our program should take two numbers as input. So for input and output, we use a parallelogram. So let us draw a parallelogram. So the next thing is take input. So for that, it's better giving a message. So printing a message, I will say print enter two numbers. Like when I give the example, I have told you that first of all, I should take two numbers from you. So enter two numbers. So I should tell you enter two numbers. Then you will give me two numbers. So I should read two numbers. See, I am a program, right? So read. I will read these numbers, two numbers, whatever the numbers you have given, I will give names to them. So these are called as variables. So I will take them in A and B. Now first number is in A, second number you have given me is in B. Now I have two numbers, I can add them. So I can process. So process, a rectangle is used. So the next step is a process. So a rectangle is used. So I should add A and B, and the result I should store it in some other variable. Now it is in C. Result is in C. So it means for any program, for taking input, you have to write this, and for process, you have to write like this. Then, now I have the result ready. I should give a result to you. Say that sum of two numbers is so and so. So that is output. So for output, again the parallelogram. So I will draw a parallelogram and give an output here. So here I will say print addition is in quotes. This is in quotes because it's a message, then comma C. So it will be saying addition is, then the result, whatever the result is, that is there in C. Then next is end of this procedure. So this is stop. So for that, oval is the shape we use, or ellipse is the shape we use. So start and take input, process, give output and end. This is how the flow chart for adding two numbers. Now same thing, I will write it as an algorithm using pseudocode. So what is pseudocode? The same thing I will write on. This is pseudocode. This is not a C language code. The same pseudocode I will write on. So let us write an algorithm for adding two numbers. Now here I will say begin, the algorithm begin. See, already I have explained you that you can write begin or you can write on the flower bracket. That is your choice. So I am writing begin here. Now what is the first thing it has to do? It should print and say enter two numbers. So print enter two numbers. Okay. then this is a message I am giving. Then writing semicolon or not, that is a choice because it's a pseudo code. It's not strict. Then I should read two numbers in two variables, that is A and B. This is over. Now next step is this one, processing. So C is assigned with A plus B. So I am writing this as assignment. Don't read it as equal to. Otherwise, write an arrow like this. Now next step is printing addition of number is so and so. So print addition is C. So this is the result. And this is the end of our algorithm. So those steps I have combined them and written them as algorithm. This is the beginning, everything looks simple, right? As we go on writing more programs, so this may be becoming a little lengthy or complex. So slowly we'll move to it. Now, next I have to write down a C++ program for adding two numbers. So here I will write down a C++ program. So let us write. First of all, I will write down the skeleton of C++ program. So for that, I have to write hash include IOStream, right? So this is the thing that we have already learned. So this is IOStream. Then I have to write using namespace, right? So whenever I am using scene and cout, this will be useful. std. So using namespace std. Now main function, int main, and starting of a main function. Now what I have to do? So here I have a flowchart, here I have a algorithm. These two things I have to convert them. So let us read it. So what are the things that I have to do? So from the algorithm we'll convert it into a C++ program. See, begin. Inside this, first is print enter two numbers. How to print anything on the monitor? Cout, we know that. So cout enter two numbers. So here I will write down cout enter two numbers. This will print this message on the screen. The next thing, read AB. So from where? A program will read some numbers or data from the keyboard. So for that, we have object called cin, and that is present in this std. This cout and cin present in std. So cin, right? So cin where? See, for this I have to use double greater than symbol for reading anything. Now where I have to read it? In variables A as well as B, don't give comma, again give this greater than symbols and write another variable name B. So cin AB. Now the important thing, see in C++ you cannot directly use the variables unless you have declared them. So we should declare them. So declaring means before using them, here I should declare. So total how many variables I have? A, B, C. Three variables are there. A, B, C. Three variables. Now these variables will have a data type. Now what does it mean by data type? We have it in next video, right? So you'll be learning it. So we have to mention the data type, means what type of value you are storing in them. We are storing integer type. So numbers only we are storing, so that's why this is integer. So this is the method of declaring them. See, this declaration was not there in algorithm, so it's not strict. It's not strict because that is not C++. So you can write as you like. This is English like. Now here you have to write everything perfectly. If you miss anything, compiler will not compile your program. So you should write down the things that are understandable by compiler, right? So write everything properly. So this should be terminated by semicolon. So till here we have reached. Now the next step, this is over, and this one, C assign A plus B. So A plus B I want to do, okay, addition will be done. Then where it should be stored? So it should be stored in C. So write down like this, C equal to A plus B, but don't read it as equal to, read it as assign. This means the same thing. Add this to, result is stored in C. So add this to, result is stored in C. That's it. Now the last thing remaining, we have finished this one. We have to print the output. So say cout. Then cout, what is the message we want to print? Addition is, then C. So I will write down here. Addition is in quotes, and then write again double less than, and then say C. Right? So that's all. And so here inside the main function, we must write down return 0. That is always you have to write, because we have written int here. So that's all. This is a program in C++ for adding two numbers. Now I will continue and I will show you how to read name in C++ and give a message. Means name means a string, right? String, set of characters. I will show you. It's a simple program. Let us learn it. Now let us write a program to take the name of a user and display a welcome message with the name, right? So let us assume that I am a program. So what I should do? I should ask you, may I know your name? Then you will tell the name. So I should take the name. Then I should give a message. I should tell you that hello Mr. or Miss, whatever it is, and the name. So let us write down this one. So for this I have a skeleton ready available here. Now let us write down the steps. So I'm not showing flowchart, all these things. This is a simple one. So first thing, I have to give a message to you. So what is that? May I know your name? So for displaying a message on the screen, I should use cout. So cout, may I know your name? So this will appear on the screen. Now you are the user, I am the program. When you see this, you will try to write your name from the keyboard, right? So and you will hit enter. So that I should read. So I should read it by using cin, right? This is extraction operator. This is extraction operator. And here I should read your name. So what is this? This is a variable. Name is a variable. Which type? It should read a word, that is name. So it should be string type. So in C++, you should declare the variables before using them, right? So I should declare it. So which type? I should declare it as a string. String, and variable name is name. So what is this string? This is the data type. We are going to learn about the data types afterwards. So this is the name of a variable. So it will read the name from the keyboard. Now next I should give a message. Welcome Mr. So and so. Here I should give a message. So for that I should write cout welcome Mr. or Miss, and followed by this your name. So for this again write on this one. See, this is enclosed in double quotes. Now the variable name should not be in double quotes. It should be directly given. So it will display a message, welcome Mr. or Miss, whatever it is, then name. So this will give a message. That's all. End of a program. So this is a simple program for taking name of a user and showing a welcome message. Now one problem in this one. If your name is having more than one word, then it will not read all the words. It will read just one word. It will not read second or third word, right? Suppose your name is Ravi Kumar. So it will just read Ravi, right? So if your name is Anil Kumar, then it will just read Anil. Then how to make it read everything? So instead of cin, we have a function called getLine. Inside this, I should write down cin and the variable name, that is name. This will read all the words until you hit enter. So this will be perfect for taking the names of people that may be of more than one word. So this is better. So that's all. In the next video, we will have the demo of these programs.